Welcome back to another video of English Sensei by TESS IIOM. I am Qistina, and for today's video, we are going to learn how to write a reflective essay. Before we proceed to the steps of writing the essay, let's first explore the function of a reflective essay. A reflective essay is written to describe an event or an experience through self-reflection. What is self-reflection? Self-reflection means it is something that you can learn from and you give meaning to the experience. That means the experience is something that changed yourself or changed your perspective towards something, and it is so meaningful that you want to write it in a reflective essay. You can think of it as writing your own personal journal. Let's say you went on a trip to Pulau Langkawi, or you read a book, or you watched a movie that changed your perspective towards something. You can write about these experiences in a form of a reflective essay. Since a reflective essay is about your own personal experience, the tone and voice of the essay is also personal. So you can write the essay from a first-person point of view, and you can use pronouns such as I, our, we, or my. Now that we have learned the function of a reflective essay, let's proceed to the steps of writing the essay. A reflective essay is just like any other essay that you have learned before. So it has three components that you need to remember. First is an introduction. Second is body paragraph. And third is the conclusion. To better understand the steps of writing the essay, let's choose a topic to begin writing the essay. How about a favorite book? Now that we have chosen a topic, let's start writing the essay. Let's go! Let's start with the introduction. For the introduction, you need to identify the subject and give a general overview of the impression it made on you. You also need to add a thesis statement that will serve as a focal point of the essay. For example, you can see in this introduction right here, the subject is the book, which is called Pride and Prejudice. So you need to give a general overview of the impression that it made on you. The highlighted sentence here is the thesis statement, which is the focal point of the essay. Next is the body paragraph. For the body paragraph, generally you can write 3 body paragraphs, but you can choose to add more or less depending on the needs of the question. Let's proceed to the details of the body paragraph. For the body paragraph, you can describe the experience and your initial thoughts about the subject. You can also add the reason the subject made an impression to you. Lastly, you can state what changed after the experience. For example, in these 3 body paragraphs, you can see all the details that have been mentioned before. In the first paragraph, you can see that the author described their experience and their initial thoughts about the subject, which in this case is the book Pride and Prejudice. In the second paragraph, they mentioned the reason the subject made an impression to them. And in the third body paragraph, they explained what changed after the experience, and in this case, they like reading classic books after reading Pride and Prejudice. Last but not least is the conclusion. For the conclusion, you need to recap the thesis statement that have been stated before in the introduction, and you need to sum up with your final thoughts about the subject and closing reflective thought. For instance, in this conclusion right here, you can see that the author rephrased the thesis statement, and they closed the essay with their final thoughts about the subject by saying that Pride and Prejudice will always be their favorite book. Now that you have learned how to write the essay, here are some tips to help you write the essay. The first tip is to study your subject. You need to do this by imagining the situation again. You can recall the experience so that it can help you write the essay. Second is brainstorming. Brainstorming means you write down everything you can think about the subject. Use your 5 senses such as taste, sight, or smell to describe the experience vividly. Next is reflection questions. You can list reflection questions for you to answer. Here are some examples of reflection questions. After that, you can answer these reflection questions in your essay. Lastly, you need to identify the meaning of the experience. In order to do this, you need to think carefully and reflect on the experience. You can decide what is the most important thing you learned from the experience. This meaningful reflection will become your thesis statement for the essay. Alright students, that is the end of our video for today. I hope this video will help you to write a reflective essay in the future. Before I end this video, don't forget to like and leave a comment on this video. And don't forget to subscribe to TESS IUM for more contents about English. Thank you and see you again next time. Bye bye!